What's going on, Aries? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the month of August 2023. So in this reading, Aries, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the month of August. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming. We're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides and so much more for you regarding the month of August 2023. But before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me, Aries, as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, Aries. But without further ado, let's go ahead and rip this reading and see what wants to come through for you for Aries in August 2023. It's like double A, Aries August, double A battery. Could be supercharged. Let's see. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Aries. Okay. Okay. And two more Aries. Okay. Very interesting stuff that you got going on here, Aries. It's going to be a very big, I feel like it's going to be a big month of decisions for you, especially when it comes to where you're going to commit your energy to. A lot of you have one person in love that you know you can make it work with. Real question is, are you ready for this big opportunity in your life? Because there's a lot of other stuff going on. But before we get into the tarot, let's start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards, and this is going to be the energy that the universe is bringing to your attention for August 2023. And the first energy, Aries, here is Gaia, Earth Connection. Be mindful of the planet, come back to Earth, and stay grounded. So I do feel here, Aries, there's the universe is advising you to connect with nature here, because I do feel like there's going to be a tendency for you to actually misconstrue some of the downloads that you're going to be receiving from the universe. There really is something here, Aries, about your initial impression about your relationships. I don't know why I'm getting this around commitment when it comes to relationships. We'll see what it's about. But there's something about if you think you get a download from spirit this month, it's important to make sure it's not a projection, or make sure that is it my ego or is it intuition? I feel like that's something you're going to be really struggling with. So you need to remain grounded so that you're in your most natural place. So don't allow your imagination, ego, or fears to run wild here, Aries, like with this Earth card is what I feel. There's also something about coming through about connecting with your mother. Like, I'm talking your literal birth mother for a lot of you. There's something about you can create a harmonious relationship with that individual, even if they passed away. And there's also something coming through about if you are an Aries mother, the universe is sending you extra support in August 2023 to like mother your children or something. If you want to become a mother, I do feel like it's a very fertile time for you. But really, for everyone, please stay grounded, because I feel like there's going to be a major tendency to overthink. Okay, so just try not to be in your head too much. You also have Lady Nada, Heart Awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance here, Aries. So this is really something, I don't know what this is. Something is really cracking open your heart chakra. I feel like this has to do with I don't know why I keep getting this has to do with relationships. For a lot of you, there is a lot of things going on with your career. I see there being an upgrade in your career if you keep working hard in August. But the main thing coming through here, Aries, is something to do with your heart chakra. This card reminds you that there's an opportunity to overcome past pain, heartbreak, and letdowns. And really, like, all of your relationships have an opportunity to be brought into balance in August 2023, especially if you're dating someone, if you already have an existing marriage partner. There is a very difficult thing with your heart that is going on. And remember in the beginning, I did a yearly reading for you, Aries, remember in the beginning of this year, for the returning viewers, there was something about almost like a taboo-like subject coming in love in 2023. I feel like this month that actually gets activated, and there's going to have to be some sort of choice, potentially for some of you, whether or not you go down a traditional path in love. And I feel like Spirit may actually be guiding you to do that for this month. We're going to have to see as we go along. I wouldn't be afraid of being hurt either. I don't know, like, this is a very important message coming through. I hope you're paying attention for all the Aries out there. If you feel that your heart is broken, if you feel that someone is behaving in a way that triggers your ego, I just get that in love. Someone's going to behave, someone could be like your friends, family, but for a lot of you it's a lover, behaves in a way that triggers your ego, that wants to send you into the lower manifestations of the nasty Aries energy, which is just all about me, bye, you disrespected me, screw you. And I feel like there's going to be an opportunity for you to keep it classy, and it's for a deeper reason. I don't know why. Now you also have Commander Ashtar, call to action, take charge, lead by example, and really walk your talk. And I don't know why I'm getting this, like, are you practicing what you're preaching, Aries? And that, just to give you an example, that holds true for me as well. I speak a lot of spiritual concepts on this channel, and I do live by them as well, but sometimes you're tempted to not for a second. And I feel like whoever you are, whatever your talk is, you're going to have an opportunity to walk that talk. Whether that talk is, I'm going to manifest all this money, I'm going to remain open-hearted, I'm going to not be triggered, like whatever you've been talking, like whoever triggers you controls you. Like you literally post that on Instagram and then someone triggers you and you go crazy. It's like there really is an opportunity here to really sink into a higher perspective and not fall into the trappings of the lower manifestations of Aries, which is all about winning. Way worse than that too. You know what I'm saying? So, because I feel like someone around you may trigger that in you, because the devil is your challenge, and I'm getting it's someone. It could be you, but it's someone else too. So, with this Commander Ashtar, before we get into the tarot, Aries, this is coming through as be the change you wish to see in the world. And that's the hardest thing that you can do. And I don't know why it's coming through. For the new people, I did a reading about like 2023 world predictions for each sign. And in the Aries one, there was something about like something within you is a certain way when it comes to your heart. Like when it comes to you dealing with relationships, I feel like you're getting an opportunity to really walk that talk now, even though it's not easy to do that. So be the change you wish to see in the world, even if you're the only one doing it, because that's the only way you can move forward. But here's the thing. This card also calls you to be loving and assertive in a loving way, though. Like, stand up for yourself. No matter what's going on, once again, I sense a lot of you being triggered into something, and you're going to have to stand up for yourself, but you're going to have to do it in a way that does not overtly disrespect other people. I would tell you this. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you in August 2023. But make sure that your definitions aren't crappy with that, and you're like, well, I don't care what I do. Like, there's just something about ego, really checking your ego at the door. Because, I'm sorry, Aries, I don't know why I'm going off on this tangent, but there's something about, like, you're thinking that your ego reaction is going to make you happy when it's actually going to send you into some sort of, like, downward spiral, and I'm just trying to save you from doing that. Okay, so with that being said, let's really get into this reading now and get into the tarot. Your opportunity, Aries, for this month is the Judgment card in reverse here. So intuitively, the first thing coming through here is actually not to trust your first judgments when it comes to things. I feel like there's some sort of thing happening where you may be tempted to believe that you're getting some sort of divine spiritual message when really it's just your ego. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting that, but I am. There's something here about you could be misreceiving a download from spirit. You could slightly be skewing it in a way that was not intended. You know, it's like the same idea about the people who wrote down, like the disciples of Jesus Christ were trying to translate what he was saying and they got it all wrong, and now the world, you know, everyone thinks they understand the teachings. They don't, because it's all mistranslated, blah, blah, blah. I feel like there's a danger here where you may mistranslate a direct download from spirit for you. That's the first thing I'm going to say. For others of you, this really could be if you're on the other way and if you're not getting some sort of like download about that's pushing you into your ego. There could also be, for some of you, a danger about overlooking the shortcomings of others too much. I don't get that from most of you. Okay, so the first thing I'll say here, Aries, is like the ego is always loud in your head. It always has a little bit of fear. It always is like, do this now, Aries. Tell this person off now. Tell them you're disrespected now. Do it now. Like, or you're threatened, right? The higher self will whisper to you. It's a gentle nudge. And I feel like if you really tune in to something that's happening around you, especially in personal relationships this month, themes of jealousy, are we going to commit further, etc., make sure it's not your ego. I just get that. Now, your challenge here, Aries, is the devil. And I feel like it's coming through as someone around you may really trigger you by doing some sort of unconscious toxic behavior or conscious toxic behavior. I do get for a lot of you this does have to do with love. This could be an ex coming back out of nowhere. This could be the person that you're currently talking to. For a lot of you, it is like doing something that just makes the inner Aries come out. And for a lot of you, this is really tempering down your own devilish reactions, because Aries can be one of the most evil zodiac signs if they want to be. And I'm not saying that you are, like, if you watch this channel, but we're going to have to clarify what that's about. Now, when it comes to your overall general energy here, Aries, it's really good. You have the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Wheel of Fortune, and you also have the Strength card here. So there's a major opportunity, Aries, to really choose where you're going to invest all of your resources. Even though this is the Pentacles, it's usually talking about like all the hard work that you've done. I really feel like you've worked on yourself, and there's a major opportunity to prove to the universe that you have worked on yourself. And for a lot of you, this is going to have to do with the strength to commit to some type of like pure, open-hearted love that does not contain a lot of the lower manifestations of Aries that we can all slip into from time to time. And I really feel like there's a good investment on your hands with someone in love. I do feel that, but in order for it to work, you're going to have to tame down the ego. The Strength card is about moving through a difficult situation with grace, really merging the higher self with the lower self, the animalistic part of yourself. And there's also something going on definitely with a soul contract in your life at this time. I feel like whoever is coming in to trigger you, it was almost predestined to do this. So whether this is someone you're already married to, boyfriend, girlfriend for a while, a new person that you're talking to, because some of you this is happening with a new person that you haven't met yet, but this will happen in August. For a lot of you, I do feel like there's also a danger of an ex coming back out of nowhere if you're single. But what I sense from this, Aries, is it's really a big opportunity on your hands to invest in some sort of pure endeavor. For a lot of you, this could have to do with work, but we'll get into that in a moment. I feel like this is a relationship, though. So with that being said, let's keep going. Because there's also a message coming through about like no one's perfect, and some of you may be tempted to just like do away with something because it's not perfect, but no one's perfect. So just keep that in mind. I just got that. When it comes to what you don't see coming, Aries, you have the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Hermit card, and you also have the Knight of Swords here. So I feel like there's some sort of download that actually comes to you for a lot of you with your work that you speedily implement into your life here. Aries. There's some sort of, the Hermit is all about going within, really contemplating life. The Knight of Swords is someone who doesn't really think about the long-term consequences of a choice. Very confident energy, very like masculine, forward-moving energy. And the Eight of Pentacles is all about hard work. Like compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. So I feel like whatever you have going on in work for August 2023, there's going to be some sort of download that comes in that you can quickly implement. But remember, you have the Judgment card in reverse in your opportunity. So even if that's the case, really think about what you're going to implement. I feel like for a lot of you as well, no matter who you are, there is something about relational pain pushing you into hard work. You can really do that, but I wouldn't do that to the point of escape. What I sense from this reading, Aries, is that if you have some sort of relational drama, instead of taking it out on the person in some sort of negative way, take it out on your work. Find a healthy outlet, because I just feel there is going to be this Aries aggressive, comparative energy that is going to come out, and it can come out in various ways. If you're in a marriage, you may be comparing your committed partner to some sort of new person that maybe, or some sort of random hot person. It's just, there's all this, I don't know why I'm getting this, but I am. So it's really, I don't really think it's advantageous to you to unleash that Aries thing, because a lot of times it can take you out of the heart chakra, is what I'm getting. So the frequency that I'm getting is like, if you're walking down the street and like, let's just say like your partner starts like flirting with someone and it like really like, it just like rubs you the wrong way or something like that, you just got to have the attitude of like, no effing problem, yeah, I don't care. The universe has my back. This is all predestined for you this month. There's something that you're out of control of in this month, and I feel like it's with your trigger. And I really feel, Aries, that this is for a deeper reason. Sometimes when we run into resistance in relationships, sometimes I say, hey, you got to look at yourself. How did you become a vibrational match to this situation, right? In this particular case, this month, I feel like this is happening for a higher reason for you to maintain inner strength. Once again, an opportunity to do with your soul, predestined relationships, soul contracts coming in to really heal you, but it's not always going to be easy. And so with that being said, when it comes to your, Aries, when it comes to your advice from Spirit, you have the World card, you have the Hierophant, and you have the Sun. So there's a major upgrade in your life when it comes to your own happiness and your own commitment level, okay? For a lot of you, you're going to have to make a commitment to keep your heart open no matter what, and understand that that's going to upgrade your frequency. There's something about clinging. Your ego is identified with another person, maybe prematurely, and there's something here about commitment is there for you if you want it. There is something, if you're a single Aries, there is going to be an opportunity for commitment in love with some sort of pre-birth agreement thing, especially if you're single. And if you are in a relationship already, there really seems to be something about potentially working through something with someone. We're going to have to see as we clarify. But when it comes to the advice, I don't really see anything here about the world as an end of a cycle, right? So that does represent a change. But with the Hierophant and the Sun here, I'm not sure, Aries, for most of you here, I don't really see there being any like big drastic shift if you're already partnered. So what is that noise? Can you guys hear that noise? I hope you can't. Whatever. It is what it is. We got to get these readings done. So let's go ahead and start clarifying these cards. Let's go ahead and clarify why the Wheel of Fortune is here in your overall general energy, Aries. That's so annoying. Why is that? Whatever. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here, Aries, for you in your overall general energy? There could be something at work. Yeah, definitely these feelings of being hurt in love and working on it, Aries. These cards just came out. The Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the King of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Five of Wands, and also the Eight of Pentacles here. So I feel like you're working on feelings of potentially like lack of love and competition with other people. I feel like this is someone's coming in to almost trigger that for you. So there could be all these thoughts of straying, like, maybe I should, like go back with my ex, or like maybe my partner is disrespecting me. Maybe, spirit, like you wake up in the middle, oh my God, this person's like cheating on you or something. It's like, hold on. Are you sure? Because what I get from this reading is mostly this is to do with you and not the person that you're actually with. I don't know why because Aries, the King of Wands, unless you're dealing with another fire sign. But even if you are, I feel like it's still to do with you. I don't know. We really need to clarify why this Judgment card is here in reverse. Why is this Judgment card here in reverse for you, Aries, for August? Too many cards here, but we got one. Page of Pentacles. Hold on. Why is the Judgment card here in reverse for you, Aries? Yeah, I'm telling you. Something about the fire. The Judgment card in reverse is clarified by the Queen of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and also the Three of Pentacles here when it comes to your opportunity. And I really feel like it's to question your first fiery judgment, okay? Because it really may be misconstrued. You may be missing something. There may be something else going on here. And be patient. Your opportunity, once again, is to maybe understand, like, you're not getting downloads clearly. I don't know why I'm getting that. Like, the Two of Pentacles is like a state of juggling. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. The Three of Wands is being patient enough to let the dust settle so that your true intuition can come through. And the Queen of Wands here definitely has to do with passion and those fiery feelings that I've kept channeling this whole reading, that those themes of like the lower manifestation of Aries that I feel like you're going to be stuck in. For a lot of you as well, the opportunity is to maybe not know where a relationship is going. Even though commitment is down the road. I do feel that for some of you. So do not trust your first judgments when it comes to any sort of lower angry thought about people, because I think a lot of it could be your own projections for a lot of you. I'm just going to be honest. Why is the Devil card here in your challenge? Let's see. All right, what's this Devil card here doing in your challenge? It's like a fly here. God. The Devil in your challenge is clarified by the Fool, the Eight of Wands, and also the Page of Cups here. Yeah, I feel like there's some sort of foolish communication that's very immature. Whether this is you or whether this is someone around you, I feel like for a lot of you it's a two-way street. There's a lot of naive, immature, speedy communication and potentially foolish behavior going on here when it comes to, once again, feelings of disloyalty, feelings of, like some sort of like weird toxic thing. It's also going to have to do with travel for a lot of you. There could be something toxic that goes on when you're traveling with someone, whether this is just you're out or something like this, Aries. I feel like you want to really check that this is not you, but I do feel like a lot of you, this is someone that you could be dealing with, where it's some sort of immature, foolish communication that really rubs you the wrong way, that once again may turn you to do something very extreme when in reality you just need to let the dust settle and not get triggered. So I feel like whatever's going on in August 2023, it could be bringing up a lot of past trauma. If you remember to back when you were in middle school, high school, when you were younger, like the first feelings of jealousy you may have ever had. I don't know why I'm getting the feeling of jealousy, but it could be other like manifestations of the Aries thing. So there also could be something here about, if you're a single Aries, I do feel like you have options and you need to wait it out. There could be something about committing to the wrong person if you are single. I really do. If you're a single Aries out there, there really is something about take your time when it comes to like letting anything get too serious this month. Because I feel like if you're a single Aries, There's something about getting to know someone that leads to a very good commitment. But what I'm telling you is there's something here about if you spaz out on someone that you're getting to know, that could lead to a really good commitment, and then you just go back to you do something sketchy. I don't think that's like the path of that. I don't think that's the path for you. You know, I really don't. And to each their own. I can't tell you what to do. I'm just telling you how as I get it. But if you're in a relationship, Aries, then I feel like you're just putting up with the same BS that you've been putting up with your partner. And for a lot of you Aries out there, there could be this. I don't want to get too weird, but you know, there could be this like these weird games with you and your committed partner that you're playing where like when they start to flirt with someone, you're like, fine, I'll just go over here and do this. And I feel like, once again, the universe is saying, is that going to make you happy, Aries? Now, for some of you, maybe it is. Maybe you like that, but I'm just telling you it's a double-edged sword. And I feel like you're interested in heart opening, not like getting off on egoic drama. There's a difference between having your heart open and receiving, oh my god, all the orgasmic feelings from the universe with that, versus being in your ego, being closed off, being argumentative, and getting off on that. And if you're stuck in this pattern, then that's how you know this is really your reading. So with that being said, Aries, I mean, let's just go ahead and get this advice, right? Why is the Hierophant here in your advice from Spirit here? Okay, because you have a lot to give, and people know that. Okay, that you like. There's someone who really wants to be committed. No matter who you are, just make sure there's someone who wants commitment with you. Whether this is you're already in a relationship, or whether this is someone that you're talking to. What I'm telling you is, as long as you don't let out the lower manifestation of Aries, you will be in a happy commitment by the end of August. You will be. But I'm telling you the dangers of how this could go the other way. And if some of you haven't met this individual yet, you will, and then you'll see these patterns come back to this reading. But let's see what the Hierophant is here in your advice. Hierophant in your advice is clarified by the Strength card, the Knight of Cups, and the Hierophant. Yeah, it's exactly what I've been telling you here, Aries. If you can tame down your ego and merge it with the higher self, you're going to be in a committed relationship that is full of love, full of true heart opening, getting away from the lower manifestations of jealousy, ego, thinking that addictive clinging and being identified with another person is some sort of boon. There's a really pure thing happening here for you, Aries, if you can stay grounded. The Strength card, the Knight of Cups, this is to do with love, this is to do with romances in the air, and the Hierophant. The universe is saying you might not want to mess this one up, Aries. And for those of you that have been with someone for a very long time, I feel like there's a really deep pattern that's going to be broken here this month between the two of you. But with that being said, when you're 2 feet from gold, it's the easiest to quit. When you're closest to transforming the relationship, that's when it's easiest to quit it. And I really feel like there's big choices in the air for you, and you might want to hold on to your cap this month. So with that being said, Aries, I really wish you luck. It's going to be a fun month, but man, watch out. All right, peace.